Today I am in working in a fantastic bathroom here. This is a 1912 mansion, and the bees are entering from the eave over here through that little space right there, and they're coming up into this stud space. And this is a 1912 building, so this is all dimensional lumber, full dimension lumber, and lath and plaster. So I gotta be real careful about how I approach this. I'm gonna drill a couple pilot holes. The heat signature on this colony was just straight up this column, a long, thin, narrow heat signature. I'll show you that. So we're gonna go in, we're gonna be real surgical about how we do this and do as little damage as possible as we go through. But I get to work in a lovely marble bathroom palace here as I do this removal, and I'll get it set up. Okay, here's a thermal image of the bees. There they are, in that spot right there. Going up alongside the window. So we're going to drill a couple pilot holes and see what we need to cut. I can hear them. It's always a good idea to have a piece of tape handy when you drill a hole like that. Let me grab my scope. Let's see here. All right. Bees there. Lots of bees there. Let's see. We're right along the joist there. There's a joist running. There's a joist running right there. Okay, so that's one. And then we know that they're here, and we know that they're coming over into this space right there. So I'm gonna mark out that one, and we'll cut along there. Let me do another hole. Let's see, there's my mark. Something. Might be the laugh. Let's try it a little bit down and in. Let's go that heat signature again and see where we are. Okay. Well, there's heat up there, but I think maybe that was a little high. Let's go down. There's honey and comb. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we're definitely there. So I think we're gonna go real conservative and just see how far up we need to go with this. Let's take it to, let's take it just to there for now. So I have everything taped up a bit more so I don't accidentally ding anything or mess up those drawers or the drawer pulls. And my multi-tool, there's metal reinforcement in this plaster work. So my multi-tool, it just ate through a blade and, like, you know, just that one cut right there. So I'm gonna try the angle grinder, see if I can make a little more progress, at least with the big cuts with that. So I'll go ahead and get started. Okay, there's the lath. And you can see in between, there's the bees in that little spot right there, going up and up. And all right, so continue pulling off this plaster. Let me show you what this looks like. All right, I'm gonna get this workspace cleaned up a bit, and then we'll start working on removing them. See the honey up in there? Honey. See how far that goes. It could go all the way. Could go all the way to the ceiling. Figure that out. All right. So far they're nice and gentle. Okay. Bit by bit. Here we go. This wood is hard as steel. You can see that full dimension, that's 2 inches compared to what we get nowadays. a little bit. Watch these escapees. Starting to get down into the brood. There's some calm. Okay, I think I want to cut. Well, let me get down. I think I want to cut this here and see if I can see how far back this goes, how thick it is. And also, before I get down into this brood area where I think most of the brood is, I want to create a spot that the queen's not going to want to run across, so that she doesn't run up somewhere. So I'm going to go down a little bit further. That. Like that. Let's just see what we can see here. Here. I got at least 3 layers. Well, let's see if it goes more than that. I don't know. Just 4 layers, or 3 layers. I don't know. A little more. Okay. Continue this strategy. Let's see. I can run everywhere in here. We're gonna have to just hope that queen comes off on a piece of comb, because they can run through all those slats there. Well, okay. Fingers crossed. Okay, let's get some of these guys. Our sales clip. We're ready, just in case we get lucky. Don't get caught in bag. There's a blocking right there under that window. There's some gentle bees. I want to set anything anywhere that it can drop and break a marble tile. Alright, so that's all the ones there. Give it a shot. There's the bee. All the bees down there. I wonder if the queen's made it over on this side. She may not have. I don't see any brood or eggs in that comb, the new comb. There's where the bees are entering. Right in that spot right there. Tiny little opening. There it is. Watch out, honeys. Look at it. A little bit more. There's no other real cracks along here. It's pretty well sealed. Just that one little spot. All right, so let's put that there. So I'll drop it again. Look at that. Woodpecker has been here. See? Woodpecker. Storing a nut. Alright. Close that up. Put that flashing back down. Let's pack some more in there. Don't go in there. Stuff in there. That's another nut. That's another nut. Look at that little nut right there. Come Come on, nut. Come on. Alright, look out. There we go. Come on over there. What is that? Net. There we go. Yeah. Little pesty thing. Alright, now. Watch out, babies. Look out over there. I want to see what's under there. Okay. Let's go. There it is, all out. That's it all. Alright, that's it. Now I just gotta pack with insulation, clean up all this mess, and we'll be finished up. Alright. All cleaned out. I'm gonna wash it down, pack it with insulation, and then we'll be all finished. So I don't always find the queen during removal, but so sometimes she ends up in the vac, especially in a difficult removal where she can run up into a small space and I can't see her, and so I'm just kind of vacuuming bees blind. So what I do is when I bring these bees back home, I frame up the comb, and then I'll give it a few days, and I'll see if they start building emergency cells. That tells me they're queenless. And usually when I don't have emergency cells, then I'll be able to see some queen signs like eggs. So this is comb from that 1912 building removal, and you can see here these are these thin little strips, right, that came out of that small stud space. So this is one strip, another strip, another strip. So I framed up probably 6 little strips here with rubber bands in this comb, and I don't see any emergency cells, and I see eggs and young larvae, which tells me the queen is here. So I'm going to take a moment, try and find her, and I'll show you the queen in just a moment. You can also see in this video, you can see where they've cut the rubber bands and they've dragged them out of the hive. So I hold that comb in place temporarily with rubber bands, but the bees don't like it. So once the comb is secure, once they re-secure it with wax, they will cut those rubber bands and collectively pull them out of the hive. So I haven't seen the queen, but this is some of that new comb that was in that bigger studs cavity in that building. And looking in here where I can see a clear view, I see a lot of eggs. I see a lot of eggs in here. So we know that this colony is queen right. Again, if I see queen signs, I don't necessarily have to find the queen, because I know that she's in here and she's laying, and she survived, which is good. So this colony is well on its way to being reestablished. Now I might feed them a little bit just to get them strong. Right now it's August 5th. So the bees are essentially in the process of starting to raise the winter bees that will carry them through. So I want to make sure these bees, they just were removed about 2 weeks ago. I want to make sure they're strong, that they have plenty of stores for the winter, they have plenty of nutrition to be able to raise those bees that are going to carry them through. So this removal is successful, even though I wasn't able to find the queen during the removal itself. The queen is fine, the colony is going to survive, they're going to do great.